This woman and her team took social pressure and founded a new bare minimum standard. All right, Bibs. Context.
One of the most insane YouTube beefs that I ever covered was probably the SSSniperwolf Jax Films debacle, as she's one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform and does very little to credit creators that she reacts to, and her overall content.
Has this changed? Oh, sorry. The reason I'm stating this is, this is 3 months ago. I think the pressure to change actually happened by then. Hold on. I got you. 1 sec.
Excuse me, man.
I feel like this has changed in... See, here's the thing. The worst vegan teacher. Oh, you found someone worse than the vegan teacher? Oh, dope. Let's go. Hit it. Down. After context, I mean, TikTok.
Hello, friend.
Okay, when is this from? Hush. A month ago? See, with the inclusion of the big Lexi at the bottom, where it's like who uploaded it? The reason I like this big in black outlined with a I have a preference to black outline with a drop shadow, but this is actually killing it, right? You want it to be outlined bold. You want contrasting shit that it shows up in the snow, in the night, it needs to show up. And so, for what it's worth, this is a thing that, like, this is an example from a month ago. The social pressure that was put on Sniperwolf to facilitate better attribution has been something that I've been like for this whole time. You know, you can give her shit for fucking up all you want to, but her and or her editing staff put like a lot of time into better attribution. They did a good enough job leveling up their attribution game that I actually wanted to, and still want to, emulate the innovation that they were biased to. Do I like how she says mean shit to people? No. I really don't. Okay, 3 months ago, still having that. Dope. There were some where she did it off and on, because I would bring this up as an example, like periodically. Oh, 4 months ago. Okay, banging, let's go. 8 months ago, hold on. Because like there was some older shit, you can tell because her room's organized differently. Someone needs to scroll TikTok for me. I can't always have the spoons, right? It's not going to be 8, not going to be 8. There was a brief moment when it was demonetized and there was less of an upload cadence. Then it hard pivoted to some sorts of reacts that were less in line. You're reacting to a whole video. Oh, 5 months ago,
Hello,
TikTok.
friends.
Hello, friends. It's I. All right, here's what I mean. Here's just another context thing before we get into the rest of what we're going to be looking at today. So we're gonna check that out later, because if she's doing shit that's helpful for the world writ large, like, hi, as a vegan person, I am not down with any human beings, any life form on Earth, espousing wanting to cause harm to another. Like, I can understand that some shit necessitates very scary shit that I just wouldn't participate in. However,
is just not great, and he
for reference's sake, quick little TLDR. 1 month ago, we still see a better job at attribution. 4 months ago, we still see a better job at attribution. The reason I like this, and again, TLDR with preference, bold text with a contrasting background, and I swear some of them I thought they had a shadow in it too. I like the drop shadow more. So when we do these, I'm going to do a drop shadow. Did you know you can do this in ffmpeg? You can give it like a script that will extract the URL's name, so you can like post where you got it from, and then auto put this text in every time. You can do this all with ffmpeg the second you're downloading it. If you couple like YouTube downloader to pull the TikToks and you script it and it goes through all that shit, you can pass the variable around enough to mutate out just the username, to pass that to ffmpeg, and then boom, every video properly attributed. And that's my approach to replicating the shit that she has done. There's a filter to do it. Hold on. Like an ffmpeg filter. Hold on. It's called a filter in the documentation. It's not a filter like we in our context might take on today. But the draw text field, it would allow us to match the same kind of stylizing that Sniperwolf is doing with this attribution that, for context, We're just looking at this. We understand that people having to do these content cycles that don't match what our life experience are. I can't make statements about them because I don't know what they have to go through. I'm not a monetized YouTube person. I'm a small bean. I will die on mindfulness and kindness to a point where I don't care if I don't have an audience. This was put out 3 months ago. The attribution stuff is addressed 5 months ago.
Neck and shoulder. There's a lot.
Right here, big and bold. If I make this super big, can we still see it? Nope. I can't because I have to resize stuff. But if I could move everything. There's an iteration of the username down here again. There's also a brief period where this would occur, but I don't think this is the present thing anymore at all. I'm just pointing out, this video was made 3 months ago. This might be fine. This might be totally valid. This one might be the one we're cracking into. But we've noticed that this started entering the zeitgeist from this person, possibly 9 months ago, valid. We need to check up on this first one for 12, and then the second for 50, and then we might be more caught up. But this is a particular gripe that I have, is that with social pressure comes good innovation, and as a result of the social pressures to push for such things, this person was driven to a point where they have to do actual attribution. And the reason that this attribution is good before someone gives me any gripe for it, if you're looking at this on your cell phone, right?
And they have the
it's a little hard to see.
Fragile artifact just chilling in the middle of the room on the flimsiest stand. Also, like, you backed up into it.
You can
like,
see
where
it
did
at
that come
240.
from? Did they at least let you keep the vase?
But do you
Vase
see
was getting
anything
revenge.
else?
You take me. And they have.
Hold on.
Oh, did you check the bottom of
You
your
really
foot?
can't make out this.
Wait a second.
And
How
the
does
color
this
fucks
even
it up.
happen? Y'all can't feel that one foot is
It's a double
significantly
whammy.
heavier than the other? Something cracking. Like I'm.
Sorry. For accessibility, it is actually the double whammy that you want, that people looking at 240 and 360 can easily see the name, even on a phone. That's an accessibility win. Points to Sniper Wolf's team for that, and to Sniper Wolf, whoever put into it. May this social pressure be followed and replicated. The internet abound. We all who do reacty shit should put it in here. And I am guilty of having to learn this the slow, arduous way. But this is a fucking appropriate bare minimum. Like, you're laughing at it. Now, people who do like other sorts of reactions, maybe I wouldn't have the same approach. But if someone's haha laughing on their phone at low quality, they need to be able to know who made them haha laugh. It shouldn't be obscured.
2 out of the 4 ingredients that you need to make cupcakes.
It's not perfect. At the lowest 140. Everything else, it's a bit more manageable. So that's my TLDR and why I have a bit of care about this. Thank you, Oodles. Again, we'll see this happening 3 months. 4 months.
Oh, Billy, what have you gotten yourself
3,
into? Like 1 second, Billy's
4,
going down the slide, and then the next he got his head
it
stuck through the
persists.
bars. It's like a dog.
I
They're
want to
smarter
see
than you
this.
think.
This
They
is
wait
my
for you to turn
interest.
around and
Hold
then
on.
pee on the rug.
Let me
Why
move
are
all
you
this stuff
minimalists
here.
So in love with your empty
I'll pee on
house?
her rug. Tell you what. Just kidding. Please don't clip that part. We're already uploading this VOD. It's already bad enough.
Basically highlighted that in his video series.
Hi, YouTube. If you'd like to see my discourse on 123, or is it ABC Go? 123 Go or ABC Go versus Troom, I have that ready. I even have a quick TLDR to tantalize you, so if you'd like, drop it in the comments. Here we go. Here's why I bring this up really quickly. It's because Troom, it's a Ukrainian channel that started off several years ago. If you look at their oldest content, you'll actually see very, very cute craft stuff. They popped up on the Star Wars tip when it was appropriately timed to do so. They rode that the best they could, taking the benefit when you could, social training to stick on brand, like reinforcement. And then you'll start to see another reinforcement happen. 41,000. 60. Star Wars and putting your face on it, putting your face in it for a point. And here's our little quick TLDR. This is only in the front. This is a thing that the reason they got into just skits was because that is what worked for them. They were biased towards it societally. It's not to excuse it, but it is cool to watch. Because you'll hear people talk about Troom coming after 123 Go, but if you start to look at their most viral content that does pop off, they actually get to it before. Like, their long-form skits, followed by brief explanations of crafts, deviating into no craft, EOS pod remakes, etc. They got there a little earlier, so what I don't know, and hello, audience out there, lovely people, outstanding motherfuckers, if anyone happens to know if 123 Go started first, but like with a different channel, because now they have an underscore, right? This is challenges. You're rude. Did they get their old one deleted? Oh gosh. Y'all make this harder. Wait, did they? Oh. See, this is why I think they might have, like, had to, like, start over very quickly. To be fair, if y'all want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're going to learn from her social pressure to when we do reacts that involve TikTok. We will do it better because we have learned from someone being lambasted into the point where they adapted to overcome something. Respect what you can. Give people shit when they deserve it.
And this resulted in SSniperwolf getting so mad and angry that she drove to Jack's Film's house and recorded her doing so and posted it on Instagram, completely doxing this entire guy, putting his safety at risk.
Welcome
now,
back.
Overnight, this story went completely viral. Loads of YouTubers were talking about it, and it got so big that it actually warranted a reaction from YouTube, as people were basically pushing to have her punished in some way. Because you can't just show up to the dude's house because he made fun of you on the internet. YouTube responded to this by temporarily suspending monetization on SSniperwolf's channel, meaning she was not able to make money for a certain period of time until the situation was resolved. Now, SSniperwolf doxing Jack's Films created a able to make money for a certain period of time. Monetization on SSniperwolf's channel, meaning she was not able to make money for a certain period of time until the situation was resolved. Now, SSniperwolf doxing Jack's Films created a substantial domino effect to where after everyone was talking about how horrible it was that she had doxed Jack's Films, a whole new wave of controversy was headed her way as people began to talk about all sorts of other aspects of her career that were controversial in some way or another. A bunch of old, really weird clips resurfaced of her talking to minors on Omegle, where she would basically encourage these people that she was talking to on Omegle to either remove clothing or do something weird or sexual, like twerk. Now, despite that being super weird to record and upload on YouTube, the most disturbing part of this is that she obviously never asked for the age of any of the people that she was doing this to, which is a big no-no. Now, obviously, the YouTube landscape...
And now they have their faces blurred, so we all have an assumption, but also, I believe it really is proper and only proper to, like, blur the faces of them. They do not have the capacity to consent to having their visage eternally maintained on the internet.
Landscape was
we love everyone too much for that.
I think this was like 10 or 12 years old clips.
Oh shit, no, get on, stay on. Whoa, what are you doing? No, you stupid janitor homosexual.
But I'm of the opinion that asking random strangers on the internet to twerk or take off clothes, it's not the sort of thing you can justify by saying, oh, it was a different time period back then, you know, things were different. In order for the, quote, things were different back then argument to work, things actually had to be different. I don't think what she was doing was acceptable back then. I just don't think she was nearly as famous, and YouTube was way smaller, so more or less people just didn't know about it. The things were different back then argument only works when you're justifying, like, I don't know, an off-color joke, or if you were like promoting something that at the time you thought it was good. And then besides those clips getting leaked, there's also the old drama that people forgot about where she literally ghosted a dying fan with cancer. That's totally real, and that is one of the most egregious things she's ever done. If you guys don't remember this, I think back in 2021, it came out that SSniperwolf had been reached out to by a mother of a fan, and this mother had told her, like, hey, you know, my daughter watches your videos, and we would love to have a FaceTime with you. She's currently getting treated for cancer, and she likes your videos. If you could just carve out 5-10 minutes and just hop on a call and just say hi to my daughter, she would greatly appreciate that.
Who's your favorite person you follow on TikTok?
SSniperwolf. She's like a really big YouTuber.
Who's that? SSniperwolf. You don't know that? We gotta put me on.
You know why.
That's crazy.
It's just me.
Get in touch with her. I know some people who know
I'm just this person.
Wait, really?
Bring you along
literally
for
kept
it.
saying, like, oh yeah, I'll do it. She's like, oh, I'm so down, let's do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow rolls around, she can't do it, let's do the day after. Can't do it, let's do it the day after. And like, I don't know how to explain this to somebody.
We turned Acheeto's speed up.
But when someone has cancer, you know, you can't really procrastinate doing something.
It's 1.2
how do I say this?
currently.
Time's ticking. And one other big topic of discussion that started after the SSniperwolf doxing situation was based on this video made by Nerd City talking about all of SSniperwolf's past controversies, her presence on YouTube, etc. It was kind of like a content cop. But the main focus of the video is how SSniperwolf's entire brand...
Little tangent. I try not to bring them up together, but they're about to come up together. And so the reason I need to point this out, I get told that I can be wholesome sometimes. I appreciate that. But Azzyland is one of my favorite wholesome creators. Like, I dig Azzy, you know? That's Azzyland, by the way. Azzyland has a desire, and we're just gonna look at it briefly, to not bring this shit up. And to... This motherfucker wants bitches to thrive too. I appreciate motherfuckers who can look at any motherfucker and be like, thrive or GTFO. Because that's all I want for people. Either I want to see them do their absolute best, or they've done one of the very few things that actually pushes me away. And I just don't care. I don't have the energy for hate. I just don't care. You know? Like, I'll whinge about it if it's dangerous, but outside of that, like, I just don't give a shit. Like, pulled one too many slurs around my ass and I'll just be like, first time, don't do that. Second time, deuces. Take care. We'll always love you like I love everyone else. I'm gonna go have fun elsewhere.
And is actually ripped off of another YouTuber named Azzyland. This ranges from the titles and thumbnails of her videos to even really weird things like copying her Toronto accent.
And yep, copied her accent. That part is observed. For what it's worth, I've had someone emulate me. They were like, I want to be taken like you are. So they saw me being mindful, kind, patient me, and then they thought, I'm gonna emulate you. So they started talking like I talk. They went from saying nothing to adopting saying howdy whenever they just met people, because at the time, I'd always say, howdy, how are you doing? And just, you know, move on. And I wasn't thinking about it, it's just how I automatically responded. They would say this so fucking much, though. They would, like, emulate me intentionally, and I just could not deal with it. At the time, there actually was a support network I had. Like, it wasn't just emulation, it was a lot of really un-okay stuff. But, that even being a portion of it is scary, you know? Like, having someone unconsensually decide they're just gonna, like, emulate all of your behaviors just 'cause reasons is actually terrifying to me. Like, wanting to emulate everything. I have had people try to emulate my fucking symptoms in trying to emulate me as a person. It is so fucked up. I'm not saying they are fucked up. They are people. We are all fucking people and we all matter equally. However, it is scary because it puts them in a underserved place, right? And then they don't know the nuance to get them actual help. And it's just like, because they'll think I'm doing something for a reason that they have conflated and made up in their head, and people then go emulating people, and it's just, we love everyone equally. They all deserve better social outcomes. That's it. Since this person's drawing this parallel, we're also just going to point out, Azzyland is one of our, like, here, we still watch Azzyland reruns. They are absolute bangers. As people who contribute to reaction stuff, we are aware that Sniperwolf has had a social pressure to do an outstanding job at attribution that I want to see everyone pick up. I have to pick it up, but I want everyone to pick this up. You can just put text in here with ffmpeg. You can replicate that in the side of your screen. So, hello friends, it's me. That attribution, just putting it bold, contrasting colors, white text, black outline. That is an accessibility win. Like, that is not just an attribution win, that is a dead-ass accessibility win. Now, putting children on the internet, I'm still for blurring out all of their goddamn faces because they don't know what they have been forced into by an adult that didn't have the experience to explain it to them, by the way. But that's another gripe. Will Streamer nag? If you voted yes on that prediction,
thumbnails of her videos to even really weird things like copying her Toronto accent, copying the types of clothes she wears, copying mannerisms, really weird parasocial stuff going on with that. Now, this bombshell dropped 4 months ago. It absolutely blew up, getting 1.5 million views on his channel, and 4 days ago, he actually released another video.
It's motherfuckers who use OCD as a slur and inappropriately and try to give people misinformation. It's people who foment misinformation, and then they take it and then they use that to then tell people that symptoms aren't what they are, or I have to talk to my therapist and like make sure I don't conflate my experiences who also has trauma. Because if I pop off one fucking wrong time and someone takes for fact what is a experience product of my trauma, but yet they'd expect that as an autistic experience, I've let them down and I don't like me as much that day. That if they emulate my neurospicy ass, it puts them at risk in ways where just talking to their doctor doesn't. You know?
About SSniperwolf,
That's
that
it.
I do think will be blowing up again pretty soon, as it is an hour long and details some even more crazy things,
Like,
some kept secrets about Sniper.
I have had the ability to learn and grow with myself and been like had access to that support for well over 15, 20 years right now. Like, so I have had the time to develop, grow, understand myself, compartmentalize, and take the time to be patient to tell myself when I am wrong for more than half my life. And they don't have that, and I feel like I am underserving them if they think they can go replicate me and then not know the implications of that, or if that is something they go through. And for what it's worth, when we translate it to just raw dog ass emulation, I had that person who wanted to emulate me. We're not going to say much about them. Leave that they were very mean. They did elitist stuff to people. It was very heartbreaking. They would call people a different position at work than them. They would call people denigrating things because they thought they had some authority over them. I don't like this. I don't approve of that. And I told them that to their face. Told them they were being an elitist. And I said some very uncouthly things that I will judge myself for, coupled in that because I was so fervently pissed that they would go about invoking elitism to hurt others and make other people feel unsafe in a location. I was pissed.
Okay, so this video is called When SSniperwolf Loses, This Happens, Narcissism Explained.
But
now, if you haven't yet seen the video, I would highly recommend going to check it out. It's a really well-made video. Nerd City
you're going to hear a lot about what Azzy went through in this.
always delivers like a pregnant woman, okay? He's good. He's good at what he does. It's high-quality stuff. Now, in the video, a main portion of the video, a large part of the video is dedicated to talking about SSniperwolf potentially being a narcissist. Now, that word, I feel like, has, to me at least, lost a lot of meaning.
It gets used as a slur, and we on this channel and this platform do not approve of, appreciate, or forward using narcissism as a slur. I know people with narcissistic traits and tendencies who have gone and put the time in to grow and develop. If I took 20 years of fucking therapy to not conflate my trauma, I'm willing to give them a bit of under fucking standing. Yes, narcissists indeed, because we need to stop using them as a fucking slur and misappropriately using it. Stop telling people when they clean too much they have OCD. Stop telling people who protect their sense of self, which is at its root the word ego, that they have narcissism. There is a wild world of difference between having a disorder because of your need to protect your sense of self in a fucking capacity and someone actively protecting their sense of self. You should look at the fucking factors they have. Hers is money, so we don't even get to that point, right? I don't know where it delineates, but I do know that it's a slur to use it this way. It's inappropriate and it's not okay. If we're watching something and someone tries to hop in and they use that slur as well, we already have resources on the Discord. I'm going to accrue more of them that actually help combat that in particular, in a more tangential way. I know that identity first stuff is in there, but I need to probably expand that. I'll get on it. I'm saying it out loud because I have to edit this VOD and put it on YouTube, and either me or someone on YouTube will remind me.
This, dopamine that,
Hey,
and I'm just like that's a chemical in your brain, and people use it so willy-nilly as if it's this thing that they understand. Like, I feel like most of the people that say the word dopamine have no idea what it means, in the same way that I feel like a lot of people who use the word narcissist have no idea what it means either. Like, if someone is confident, they're a narcissist. If someone talks over you when you're speaking, they're a narcissist. There's a lot of self...
Because most of these people, not to loop a bunch of people up, but most of my hominid homies don't, in the States, we are kind of robbed on the complexity of language. You ask most people what ego means, they don't understand how little the protection of the sense of self takes to be a thing. And they see ego and they call it narcissism. I don't prefer any person based upon anything like that. I've dated someone who was like, had narcissistic tendencies and or traits and potentially a diagnosis. I don't want to, all I'm saying is the thing I've learned between, you know, neurotypical people who, when I could be misspeaking, hi, if you're on YouTube, I'll try to put it in the comments. I don't remember, is narcissism a response to trauma? Isn't it? They need to protect their sense of self. So we need to know how to protect them, even when they say things that are geared to protecting their sense of self, you know? So they might say something reactively to protect their sense of self, as much so as I might fucking start stimming because I got too happy and I deadass will arm flap. If you think me arm flapping is an aggressive maneuver when it's genuinely my most happy, and if you think that people who have narcissistic traits or tendencies or a diagnosis are like inherently anything, that's prejudice at its root. But they are our people. We live in the world with them, we share it with them. They're gonna keep being born, they're gonna keep being here. Our society has no appropriate protection for them. And that's why our chat is a very firm, we do not use narcissism as a slur here chat. It doesn't matter if I never knew a person with that experience directly. I still see the harm that it causes. Oh, the reason I bring up that it's a response, and if I need to fact check my own self, so someone in the comments on YouTube, or by the time I write the description, might get to this or in post, hopefully, is that like sociopathic tendencies / traits and narcissistic tendencies / traits are things we accrue when we need to find a way to feel a certain way about ourselves. I preserve my sense of self by impacting others. Narcissistic, if memory serves, and I could be wrong, someone correct me if so, they want to, and this is generalization, I'm saying it a bit loosely, and I realize there are more subsets of it that I'm probably not being mindful of. But the thing that we're looking at is, do you say something to make someone feel good about you, or do you say something to make you feel good about you? I was hit a lot as a kid. I was beaten a shitload, actually. My stepdad would do this a lot. A thing I learned from that is the most violent people to me, I will be kind to them, I'll be patient with them, I will make them be my best friend. So when I go to middle school and another student puts a fucking gun to my head telling me my life means nothing, yes, I'm scared. Yes, I realize how wildly inappropriate the situation is. But there's that same part of me that from so much time of actually having the ingratiate yourself with your aggressors thing just trained inside of me, I was also like, okay, we're friends now. And whatever I said at the time worked. They took the weapon away from my head, they let me out of the headlock, the security guard staring at me couldn't do a darn thing, but I got myself out of it. And were we friends? We were associates. I knew them. I had class with them. I felt scared still. We're going to talk about narcissism. It shouldn't be used as a slur. We're going to talk about people adopting traits and or tendencies as well, where they try to ingratiate. And again, we're going to check myself later. And if I don't, the comments, if I don't have it in the description, the comments will, or post-production me will. Somehow. Read the comments, y'all. Yeah, it does. So NPD is when it's disorderly. We don't have the history, the medical history, the gumption, the wherewithal, the observation to weigh in if this person is even doing it to a disorderly fucking fashion. So the fact that people keep saying that Sniper Wolf is, and I quote, narcissistic seems inappropriate in that we don't have their history. Narcissism is being used as a slur again, and not appropriately. That you need to destigmatize narcissism and sociopathy in terms of their traits, attributes, and the diagnoses, because they finally stopped lobotomizing and sterilizing autistic people with heavy support leans like myself just in 1983. I'm not about to let other motherfuckers get taken out. I'm not allowed to let anybody get put under the bus anymore. We're done. No more rolling over people with buses, you know?
Of the word to the point where it kind of loses meaning, but a large part of the video is going into the characteristics of what makes a narcissist, referring to doctors and experts, and
I could
what
be wrong.
The consensus is about narcissism. Nerd basically makes the case that Sniper Wolf has a lot of qualities and a lot of traits of somebody who would have NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. Now, ultimately, do I think that Sniper Wolf is a narcissist? I have no idea. I mean, genuinely, I haven't done the research, so I can't say yes or no, and also, well, who cares what I think? I mean,
I'm about to say a hyperbolic thing, and we're gonna tone indicate it with our goddamn chest. The same motherfuckers that use the slur narcissism are the same motherfuckers that don't know that Ooh, when you use the word that doesn't mean what you think it means for the emotional weight because you want to hurt someone or change how they feel, what you say of others is often true of yourself, honey bunny. You hit the criteria a little bit harder than them. So maybe don't do that. Maybe lead with kindness. Maybe don't use those as slurs, because using the word narcissism as a slur because of the emotional weight, but not the dictionary definition, because you want to cause pain and not be accurate, because you think it is the socially appropriate thing to do to dogpile instead of being accurate. Yeah, it's like when fucking people who display narcissistic traits are fucking in a bad mood. I would call one of my exes emotionally immature. She would then call me emotionally immature. I see through this and would say, can you please define that to me? And then I would sit there as she yelled. And then I would, when she was wrong or right, address it appropriately from there, you know? So if you don't use our existing social systems to protect them, like support for them now, check out the new social work documentation. When we do actually do commentary, that's our approach, is how to actually help people, which is usually funnel them to resources and vet resources and double vet resources and call ourselves when we're fucking wrong.
Like, I don't need to care if she's a narcissist or not to know that she's kind of like a piece of crap. I mean, I don't need someone to know.
Yeah. Don't use narcissism as a slur. Just call her what she does. She didn't attribute fucking TikToks when there was a lot of fucking public backlash, and she escalated an engagement inappropriately and unsafely to someone at someone else's expense. Done and done. I didn't use a fucking slur. Didn't use a fucking slur. Didn't say narcissism as a slur. What did I do? I actually conveyed what the fuck happened. It's like if you don't use slurs, you can get meaning across. Isn't that great?
I don't need to know if someone's a narcissist to know that they're like a doxer, or, you know, that they did the thing with the minors on Omega, or they ghosted a fan dying of cancer, you know what I mean? Like, the narcissist to me with Sniperwolf, it would be kind of down the grocery list in terms of importance, like maybe toward the bottom. But in my opinion, one of the most important things
the ghosting thing is weird.
Sniperwolf's rage. She gets very angry when she gets angry.
Deadass, she gets angry in such a way that I could see her being one of my partners one day. Acts of service are really cool to me. Do you have any Barnum animal crackers, and can you drive? I can't do these things, and I can't do one and I don't have the other. So, just saying. Just saying. Since we're already on this crossover topic, by the way, half joking.
She's like the Incredible Hulk.
Yes, it is in theme with my experience. I'm not trying to like go ask out other creators.
But instead of growing in size and becoming a force to be reckoned with, she just kind of like screams and apparently gets into fights with people. Nah, I'm not joking. That's sort of the big thing, is that apparently Azzyland's testimony on the Nerd City video recently dives into a pretty detailed explanation of how Sniperwolf had attacked her at some event or party.
They were like in a circle, and I walked to the bathroom.
I gotta piss.
And when I was walking back, I saw them, and they're like, "Hey, Azzy," and then I was like, "Sniper's there," and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Just be nice."
Do you have chapters?
And then I go into in there and I got really awkward, so I started like just telling them.
I'm gonna tinkle super fast.
Right? She was probably going to assault Jack's films. You know, she goes to the dining table, kitchen. I could literally just say everything she's done, and I could add, "Hey, assaulted Azzyland," and no one would be shocked. That'd be the part.
Did I get back in some time?
Continue. Although I really like the Nerd City video, there's a few parts of it that I think are just reaching pretty hard. I mean, for example, he uses clips of her raging at video games to prove that she has like some crazy narcissistic personality disorder, because people with narcissism, they can't accept losing, so they get really angry when they lose. But like, I feel like a lot of people are like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people rage quit at Fortnite. They break the controller when they are hiding underneath the staircase, and then someone 200 pumps them. It's like, you know, I'd be mad too. You know, I've rage quit a lot of times at video games, and, you know, I just don't know if using Sniperwolf, for example, a clip that he uses, she rages that she got eaten in a Gario. I don't know if that's the best clip to use to prove the point that she...
Yeah, no, she doesn't. We bring it up in passing because they're bringing it up. We bring it up further in passing to say that Azzyland is one of our most favored on this channel. One of my favorite things about one of my best friends is that he never says a foul thing about another person. Azzyland isn't gonna talk shit, as far as we're aware. She said, like, very, like, blasé, analytical shit. That's it. Nothing, like, deep, nothing cutting, nothing scathing. Says she wants her bitches to thrive. That's a vibe we can rock with here. We have those feels too. Yeah, deadass, while we were watching the original video she was in, I was like, I know I fuck up sometimes. This is an example that I can live by. I don't think anyone's perfect or a hero, but like, I like the way she can say she gotta learn. I like that. And I really appreciate when you take your time to not be unnecessarily scathing. I really like that. Appreciate it a lot. So I'm a very big Azzyland fan. So we as a channel and a platform are big Azzyland fans. We want to see her thrive. The reason that I keep pointing out this on point attribution shit is because I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna document how I automate getting videos like this pretty easy with the attribution, since I'm gonna do it on my own. And I think this is good for accessibility and attribution. I really want to see this standard. I don't care if it bounces around the screen or whatever. I want to see that standard go forward eternally. And you can do that in ffmpeg. So like while we're watching it for the first time, y'all send me a fucking TikTok, it grabs it, attributes it, pops it in a fucking place. We can watch it together, you know? That's what I want. That's why we haven't been watching TikTok as much until I have the time to do that. Be shat on. Okay, learn. Do something unkind. Fuck it, learn. Look at what adaptation brought us. It's a good bare minimum. You need to be able to put who gave us the original shit. TikTok, you can now zoom in if you want to, and you're not losing data. And 10 out of 10, I'm for that. I'm for attribution and accessibility. That's it. That's why I'm here. That's my investment.
She's like unhinged, you know? I mean, a lot of people have raged at Agario.
It did better for attribution than any.
Agario to prove the same point that the clip of Azzy.
I, as someone who aspires to be a wholesome Reacts channel where I don't foment hate or stoke anything like that, sometimes we'll be watching them TikToks. Sometimes we're a gamer. I don't want to be an asshole. I want to be kind. I want to lead with kindness. And if something fails me, may it be that kindness got me killed. Not some flippant other shit, you know?
Explaining her getting assaulted proves, like, I just don't know if it's necessary. Another thing this video focuses on, which I kind of thought everyone knew by now, is
the sexy sniper thing. Yep, it's for sexy sniper.
SSniperwolf fakes her gameplay. In case you didn't know, SSniperwolf used to go by the name sexy sniper, where she would play Call of Duty. Well, she didn't actually play Call of Duty, that's sort of where I'm
her boyfriend
at, but
played
yeah,
it.
she'd post videos of her playing Call of Duty, and you know, the whole appeal was like, oh, it's the early internet, we have a girl playing video games, this is revolutionary, you know, like kind of the first of its kind, the first gamer girl to be on YouTube sort of thing. Well, people realized, I think forever ago at this point, that it wasn't actually her playing the video games, but rather her boyfriend would record footage of him playing the video game, and he would send her the footage, and she would just overlay her face cam reacting to the footage as if she was playing it. So it was kind of genius, if we're being honest. Like, this dude knew his girlfriend was attractive, and he knew that he played video games, and he was like, well, I have this attractive girlfriend and I play video games. How do I make money playing video games, and how do I get my girl famous at the same time? And he kind of cracked the code. And side note, by the way, I don't want to be mean, but like, this guy kind of single-handedly proves that looks max
Sausage, right? Man's name is Sausage. Honestly, just damn.
Doesn't need to take place in order for you to win at life. Okay, I'm not saying he won at life by dating Sniperwolf, but point being, like,
Peaky Blinders?
Like,
Peaky Blinders was a fun show. I did watch it. I don't watch a lot of television, but I did watch the fuck out of Peaky Blinders. It was fun. It wasn't like, it was something, you know?
She's
it was something.
Kinda, how do I say this, out of his league by miles. Like, this guy looks like he drinks bacon milkshakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and somehow he was able to pull the gamer girl that millions were simping for. You know what?
Yeah. Honestly, skip to the last one. Fuck it. You don't need context. Am I giving you bad advice? Maybe. Just skip to the last one.
But maybe he was actually skinny when they met. Like, he was in great shape. He was...
If you like the end of it, maybe it'll be worth watching the middle.
Lean, had a six-pack, and due to Sniperwolf being Sniperwolf causing him immense stress, he coped with eating large portions of fast food, and eventually, after months and months of having to deal with the Sniperwolf stress, he became morbidly obese, like the next Glob Gob Gab Galab. Anyway, that's a...
See, we try to not even call people that and do treat it like using a slur even. So, yeah, no. Here's the thing. This is just preparation for Miss Food Shop's apparently talking about monetized dishonesty. Lies for profit on YouTube. Lies on Sniperwolf. Lies on this. I heard VODs hadn't been recommended for a hot minute. And I want to see if she claps back, because this was a general intrigue, is staring here and just seeing. And so, you know, I'll see somebody else.
Side note, but just to wrap it up, the two of them did get divorced, I believe, and a big part of their divorce actually ended pretty messily with a lawsuit.
Like, I have never, like, okay, maybe this is just, again, like, maybe this is just my world perspective, and I'm just, you know, unaware of the rest. Because a lot of people shit on people for, like, you will care about look. I really don't. Like, I've had an ex tell me that he looks like a troll afterwards, so I will go ahead and say, I guess I can date a dude who looks like a fucking troll as much as I could someone who some other motherfucker is simping for and calls Adonis. I don't give a fuck about your parts. I give a fuck about mines. So I don't get it. This is my level of detachment. I don't even like looking at people's bodies and giving arbitrary fitness assessments. I feel bad about that. I don't even like that part. To me, arbitrary fitness assessments feel inappropriate and not my vibe. Do I shit on people for doing them? No. When people tell me, hey bitch, you're pretty, and they happen to lead it with, I like trivia. If they lead it with, I like trivia, and hey bitch, you pretty, I'll give them like 10 minutes. Bro, you said the right word. All I'm looking for next, do you have a Steam account? Because if not, we gonna get you on that first. See how you shoot things in a video game. Let's play some RPGs, my guy. Let's go. Right. Aww. I'm a trivia nerd, and I have been a trivia nerd since I was pretty much sick a lot of high school. So most of my high school career is just honestly, couldn't go to school, spent a hell of a lot of time just with trivia, just always and always. And hello, how are you doing today? We're getting distracted. We were going to watch Miss Food Shop do discourse on Acheeto's work. Sorry for the ad that's about to start. Snooze for 5 minutes. So I got distracted because we here are vehemently opposed to using the phrase narcissism as a slur, and we're recording a VOD, because apparently that's us today. We're just watching.
Uh-oh, SSniperwolf
How you doing?
That's not good. SSniperwolf has never been known to deal with criticism well, so how do you imagine she's going to deal with a lawsuit?
There's our little disclaimer.
Now, what is the lawsuit about? I have no idea. I literally don't know anything about the lawsuit, and I have no intention to read the lawsuit, okay? My last name isn't Goodman, and my first name isn't Saul, so you better not call me, and you better not make me read any stupid lawsuit. I'm not reading the SSniperwolf lawsuit. I have better things to do. I'm going to crack open Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days and read that from cover to cover before I read SSniperwolf's lawsuit, okay? Now, this might be
more
bad
Holly
because I
Black.
haven't read the lawsuit,
That's what I do.
I don't care. I hope SSniperwolf loses. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't say that.
I'd probably read some of her books.
I have no idea. Maybe she actually deserves to win the lawsuit, but, you know, looking at her track record, I'm gonna go off on a whim and say, hey, maybe she should take the L on this one.
If I were to go read a rando book right now, it may not be Wimpy Kid and Dog Days, but probably a similar vibe of needing catharsis and comfort. I'd probably go catch up and see if, like, I swear to fuck, this can be cute, but it could also go so poorly so quickly. We have to find out. There's no way to know for sure yet. Did you really try to diversify? Oh my gosh. What a goober. We like Holly Black's work in this house.
Speaking of taking DL, before we wrap up this video, have you guys seen that horrific video of SSniperwolf performing Fortnite dances? What a horrid monstrosity of an MP4. This one should have been deleted, and the hard drive that it was recorded on needs to be extinguished in flames. Like, how does she move like that? Like, what on earth? Dude, I
need
get
that
your audience
file.
is gamer guys who have never had their Johnson stroked, but this is, this might be the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Bro is wearing compression pants under those, or compression shorts. Or a shaper. The reason I'm pointing this out is I also like compression clothes, so I'm not hating, I'm respecting the compression clothes vibe. That's a little tangent, nothing to do with anything else, nothing to do with any other critique. As a compression clothes bitch, I get you.
Anyway, I'll give you 5 minutes to go bleach your eyes, but in the meantime, I'm gonna say thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're at all new to the channel. Follow my social medias, links are all down below, and we are on the road to 500,000
We do like to see it. People being grateful for their platforms, hell yes.
subscribers, so if you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that, and take care, y'all.
Where Lyrics confronted Acheeto last time, but the only thing that
I guess I did start this.
the last time we covered this, okay, that he knew that it was misinformation, but he didn't want to take the video down, all right? Even though, according to Lyrics, the video was basing its opinion off of misinformation or like misconceived information.
I have the transcript in case I need to, like, TLDR. SSniperwolf did all these things. Acheeto and I would both stand on the side of stop using the word narcissism inappropriately. Acheeto then goes to cover, here's the thing. So, here's what we're gonna look at. We're gonna go 6 months back, 5 months back. The reason we're giving this some grace is we don't know when the initial bit of discourse happened. And I also understand if you don't like something, you're probably not gonna watch it. 3 months ago, for reference. I'm gonna go 2 from 3 months ago just to be safe, because there's a thing that I can point out in a second where she'll re-upload old shit, you know? While I'm eating my Takis and popcorn, I need to say I misspoke. The word re-upload is inappropriate. What I meant to say is that she'll stagger her uploads and sometimes use an older upload to fill in, like an older recording as a new upload. It's not going to be a re-up. It is an older recording that is finally released. Okay? Good. And that's like, that's a thing. There was one from 5 months ago. This was 6. This was 6. 6 months. 5 months. Did you fix it yet? Is this when you fixed it? Did you fix it yet? Bitch. 5 months. 4 months.
Hello,
okay.
friends.
Here's our little sample shit. And here's our context. Oh, I mean, I had to get context in front of me again. I'm not trying to talk like you didn't have it, but I also don't know what you do and don't know, you know? Let me close that tab right here. Okay, so.
Oh no, it's a swells.
Here's the thing. The reason we're pointing at this, a lot of people grouse about the lack of attribution, but this attribution occurs at least 5, but I thought 6 months ago, where this person takes a lot of understandable social pressure for not including attribution to where they get their ha-has. A quick example of why this is important, if I turn their volume down, is if I set this down to... If I set this down to the lowest quality, did I actually do that or did I misclick? Oh gosh, there we go. You'll see how you can't see this for the who made it, but you especially can't see the inbuilt TikTok embed. So that's lowest, 144p. 240p, you can start to see Dr. Wax. And let's say 360, you can see who made your haha, potentially on a phone screen, while on lower quality. Why do we think this is cool? This person took so much shit for not doing attribution, they cracked the code for the best attribution. By the way, I need to keep that tab open, don't I? We're gonna be on Example City today. We're gonna have to go back to this. And then we're gonna see other examples of it. Here's a change in modality. You see how it's got a bolder thing? This is what I would call an accessibility win, right? 5 months, 6 months, it goes back and forth.
How's it?
There's this big bold text. Again, the creator of who makes the thing is always there. So what did this do for me as a streamer who occasionally reacts to TikToks? Did you know ffmpeg can automatically, well, you can script it out to include some of the text filters, right? See, you can send commands to draw text. You can then parameterize these to where you can like make a script that downloads YouTube videos fairly automatically and does attribution. So Acheeto's stances are bad attribution, people call her a narcissist. So attribution thing, timeline is why this kind of matters. This video that Acheeto created, oopsies, I got it. I just started moving stuff unnecessarily. And this other one were from 3 months ago and 9 months ago. So depending on where this goes, that gives us more information. Presently, all we know is stuff.
Was allegedly, all right, copyright striking videos.
Covering there's
her,
that.
Right?
But that was also
that's
addressed.
not actually true. Because apparently, Sniperwolf comes out and says, I have not been copyright striking.
I've been thinking long and hard on this. Like, when I fuck up, how do I want to go about amending it? Like, the comment in the video doesn't seem like the way to go. I genuinely think I'm gonna learn from the octopus lady. This is a bit silly tangent. Blue screen of death, blue screen of death, blue screen of death, blue screen of death, blue screen of death. So in addition to what Winterberry said, I'm sorry if I was a bit terse and recanted that poorly. There are other things that she has done. Ooh, I can pause them. Thanks for warning me. There's the other stuff that gets tagged along with her. If you want to get into the whole Azzy stuff too, I would legitimately only listen to what Azzy said and then let it die, because that was her goal too. Let's go.
What a weird justification.
Add people. You don't have to support the stream by subbing.
I'm not justifying it, brother. I'm just giving you one example. No, I'm literally saying I might...
No. We're super curious. We just want to see. We just want to look.
make the video.
Let me
I'm
look.
giving you.
Okay,
Turned out the story was yet to.
On stream.
crafts.
I don't have this specific thing against you here. Sensitive Society took down his video, Poncho took down his video. Everybody else, for the most part, that I saw make a video about this, at least took down their video, but I saw you uniquely didn't take down yours. So I was like, bro, what is this guy doing? It's been, you know, a week.
It
This
helps
guy
to
hasn't
ask.
taken it down yet. So
And
that's
asking's
why I
fine.
uniquely talk to you in this case.
The context is Food Shops is going to raise that in this, Acheeto is monetizing dishonesty. We're looking at commentary about people and interpersonal shit on YouTube, the platform that explicitly disincentivizes such content. So all I'm saying is no one's right or wrong. People are using a narcissism as a slur. Let's see. Yeah, white text, black outline, plus a drop shadow. Because some of hers did have that drop shadow, I thought. There's some stuff pre-border or, you know, pre-outline. But like, that's whatever. You'll learn as you go. This woman and her team took social pressure and founded a new bare minimum standard that all of us reacting to TikToks should do. Respect what you can. Criticize people for having to, but look how the criticism was addressed. A new standard that I think we should all do. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, context. All of this stuff happened, like, the Acheeto content, 9 months, 5 months, right? 9 months, 3 months. Yeah, okay, 9 and 3. So we don't know what they're particularly staring at. That's why we have to dig in.
Yeah, if you.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We just got here.
Oh,
I only brought you
gotta go, man,
context.
Well, my mom walked in the room like a bit ago, and little shift in plans when I muted my mic, so I could probably stay on for like a little longer. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, like I don't see this.
I don't want this to sound like weird or anything, but like, doesn't he make enough income to like just support himself? This kind of comes off as like.
Well, it's that technically we don't want to encourage freebooting, but kind of. You know how you'll do hard subs? Yeah, it'll be encoded in the video. You will be doing it this way, where we use ffmpeg. Here, let me show you. Okay, cool. So we'll be using ytdl, right? But we can actually have this work on TikTok. So what we do is we give ffmpeg options. It goes through a little rigmarole. Post-processor ARDs. Full list of options. Ain't that dope? There. Add post-processor args. They get stored. So we'll be able to script this in such a way that we take a TikTok URL, we delineate it by slashes, we get the field that would be representative of the user, we then isolate that and pop that into our command that gets passed to ffmpeg, right? And then when ffmpeg does its building, we then put the text of who it is, size, everything. This, again, border color, shadow color, box, everything. Text align, line spacing, everything. We got it. Like, when I say this person's team and her responded to a social pressure in a way that I am actually for, I mean it. Like, I'm not here to remark on the person's actions. Leave, we saw the critique they took for this until we get to them here. Like, when they come up, yeah, but outside of that, just one context. This degree of attribution is good. We're going to replicate this. We are doing it this way. I don't know how she does it. This is how we're going to do it. All right. If you're nice, I'll do it tomorrow. And by nice, I just mean if you remind me. If you're here and you remind me, I'll level up my shit tomorrow. It's been on the back burner for a minute. Again, this is Food Shops of a day ago, looking at the Acheeto drama as it's stated. Yeah, like, we like our bitches thriving. And literally everyone in the world is our bitches and we want them thriving. So when you can learn from each other, that's all I fucking want. Just learn from each other. And I think that's what we're watching. So let's see.
Because I don't know. Some people want to eat for free.
Because She's about to say it. Because she also does drama content sometimes, or did. I've been detached and I've been playing video games. Like, I was aware, and then I was just video game person. Like, the whole world was just giving me, I just want to play video games vibes, you know? That's all. So we're gonna mute the music. We're gonna jump back into this. I forgot if they had music for us already.
Weird, but let me see. Because I don't know. Some people want to eat for free. Yeah. Okay. Where does the conversation begin?
And some people do want to eat for free. That, again, I get it. Here's what I'm trying to point out. I don't have a subscriber base that allows me to, how do I put this? There are features of YouTube, affects of YouTube. They are under the fucking knife and boot of. I don't fucking understand. And that's a personal failing on me. Yeah, that's all. Because I know the platform disincentivizes us critiquing each other. Yet they both do it. I'm just curious.
Right here, right? Oh my god, it began.
How are you gonna call me like a cloud farmer?
Really early.
When I have more viewers than him right now. I don't.
Okay, right here.
He just doesn't get it. Dude, 2 minutes ago, you said you'd rather...
It actually starts right here, okay? It actually starts right here. Alright.
Spread misinformation to 3% of your audience if it just protects your ad revenue. You gave the game away. You said, oh, it's just Sniperwolf, so who really cares? What do you mean? Dude, can we have a... I don't think you'll ever pick up, but if he ever wants to have another conversation about this, I am always down. Because I would be so interested to see him clarify his stances on like all these things. But yeah, that is the Acheeto archive, or at least what was sent to me. So I don't know if there's more after that. If you really believe this, why would you take the video down?
A little faster. Custom.
Let's see if we can get people to call in. This Ichor guy wants to call in, and then we'll get Chronic.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Hey,
I just saw you were reacting to the thing. I don't know what you're really talking about, so I just said lol. Okay, yeah. No, I was watching someone archived it for me and sent it to me, and I wanted to look over.
I'm gonna say this a bit sarcastically. Bitch, 2 timestamps. Honestly, the transcripts are probably better, gonna be honest. How long are we settled in for? 53?
To see if there's any funny moments after the stream. And you said some things that I think I would want to ask you to clarify your stance on. So,
sure.
You said it's just after our call. You said like, bro, it's just Sniperwolf. I can play the clip if you want. I wanted to know what you meant by this. So if I get right here, there's transcripts. I'll share my screen.
And I think the thing with this situation too is it's just like,
yeah,
dude, it's fucking Sniperwolf. Like,
oh, it does come up. I'm I'm referring to 3% of people who wouldn't get it if you changed the title. So when we watch this, I want you to be aware. A thing that gives me a moment of pause is I want to do a better job at taking accountability for, like, if I knowingly fucking misspeak, I want to find the best way for me to address it. And I don't think my way is anyone else's way, and I'm not saying it's my way or the highway, but I need to find the way that works for me. And I'm watching everybody do their shit, so I'm just gonna be like, what's your coping skill? What's your coping skill? Oh, what's your coping skill? Nope. Nifty. Thanks for sharing. Makes us all stronger. Let's get it.
So, I guess, what do you mean by that? Because the way that comes across to me is that it's saying, oh, it's just Sniperwolf, so who cares? I can kind of say whatever I want about her because she's an unpopular figure.
No, of course not. That's not true at all. Obviously, if I didn't care about spreading misinformation, then I wouldn't have even had the call with you.
So what did you
How
mean by
am I such a pause champ?
Because I can't think of any other interpretation of what that could possibly mean.
The statement I'm saying, it's just Sniperwolf.
Yes, I can't think of any other interpretation of what that means other than this is a very unlikable figure who's done wrong shit to other people, so therefore I can get away with saying what I want about her.
Well, I don't know what I meant in that exact moment. I was probably just rambling, but obviously that's a false conclusion if I'm sitting there doing something to not slander her, if I'm taking steps to make things better. I don't know if you saw, by the way, I privated the video because after our call, because honest to God, the context of everything that happened.
Here's something that I've done, and I'm not criticizing anyone here for their steps because I don't think anyone knows what's right to do. When I get tired of an affect of our uploads and our shit to YouTube, this is, again, I do not think I know what I'm doing. Actually, you'll see. We did get a strike. I will fix it. But you know, I don't pop off, so I have no right to speak and no observation or insight. I don't know what they go through. I don't know what they have to endure. I am only saying, if I did something like this, oh, no, for something else. Oh my gosh, what was I about to look at? Oh yeah, posts. Okay, cool. We've made post. Hour ad breaks. We've made a playlist for top of the hour ad breaks. But here, for instance, hey y'all, audio salvaged. If you want the whole audio, I'll unlist the others, but here they are. So I fucked up the audio in some of the Spookies jump scare stuff, and I went really hard to repair it the best I could. And so then I re-uploaded it. Like, I just started over and re-uploaded it. I put it in the community stuff. It is set to hold all for everything by default, because we're small, and I don't want to, like, get clapped or someone else popping off on some hate shit, to be fair. Like, honestly. So, you know, that's kind of it. I don't think this is the right idea. Like, even just slower upload cadence, because I have to. But, like, I made a mistake. I get it. I don't know if this is the right way. That's what I'm getting at, is putting it here could be the least efficacious way. Like, no one sees it. I don't know.
Happened was like, I literally, and I said this on the stream.
So, my point being, maybe unlist it, yeah. But I also think taking accountability in the community tab, as well as another video, would probably be the way to go. Now, am I wrong? I don't fucking know.
I
I'm a
was
noob.
traveling. I'd only seen a Moist critical title.
I don't know shit.
What is it? Whatever. SSniperwolf didn't strike a channel, and then I got home, and then I started streaming, and then you called me like, "Bro, you should take this down."
Also, hello.
And so basically, I'm going off you and a Moist critical title, and regardless of what anyone would say, like SSniperwolf did the Holocaust, I'm gonna like look into something further before I delete the video or private it or do anything like that. And I didn't want to delete it because
It's 2024, but people who still got suffered in that atrocity are still alive and their blood is still warm. Also, don't forget Taiwan. Never forget Taiwan.
If I can find a way to reduce harm, because we can agree that the goal, like what you do by deleting the video, is you're reducing the harm of the misinformation spread, right? You agree?
Wait, before that, real quick, you just said something I want to cut in on. You said the fact that you wouldn't take down a video until you get appropriate information. Well, like live on stream without looking into it yourself. The problem is that this overall topic commentator mindsets, where you just took my word for it and changed the thumbnail and changed the title without even doing your own research.
Yeah, I'm explaining why.
Yeah, just one more sentence. I don't want.
Hold on. I can follow. This is for y'all.
You to take down the video. I don't want you to take down the video. I don't want you to change the title. I don't want you to change the thumbnail or even make a pinned comment without you doing the research yourself. You shouldn't just take my word for it. This is the problem that made you make the video in the first place. It's this topic commentator mindset of not doing research.
Thank you for letting me have a platform.
Okay, so I'm gonna respond to the thing I was gonna.
I will do my best to be a fucking pedant till the very... We were looking at the attribution steps that are new in SSniperwolf's videos, and that I can automate them. So, you know. Thank you for letting me have a fucking platform. Because I don't deserve shit from breathing to waking up to sowing my fucking hopes. Yet I'm allowed to. In every aspect of my fucking life. Thank you. Holy shit, because I would actually be, without other motherfuckers, you know what I wouldn't have? Language, shit to communicate, things to share, culinary antics, a fucking platform, the ability to bitch about them on my fucking platform, and thank you very much for my fucking platform. I'll do my best to, like, continue to learn from other people experiencing social pressures that drive them to do innovative and good shit that is helpful and otherwise makes us all better. So we're gonna keep on watching this and try to now, for the moment, consider how we handle it when I fuck up. Like, here, another example, not totally on point, but like in the Discord, for instance, like I've noticed a large trend of, even outside of us, people misattributing mental health stuff. So what have I done to change? I do talk about some stuff, my experiences, but I try to be really cautious with not conflating it with my trauma and leaning very heavily into please just talk to a doctor. Like, just, so I don't know what the right way is, but I'm trying to figure it the fuck out. So, like, you are rad, and we're gonna keep these open, I guess. And open path. Affordable, and boom, there you go. Affordable counseling, affordable therapy. What do we mean by this? Some people do reduced price and affordable stuff. So what do I mean? Instead of talking about my experiences as much and so candidly, without consideration, I'm more likely to spend 5 minutes bitching. Talk to your doctor. If you don't have one, find a doctor. Talk to your doctor. If you don't have one, find a doctor. I don't know what the right thing is, though.
Which is
I'll never know, because there is no right. There's just a reduced suffering with what you know today, not your assumptions from yesterday. So, I don't fucking know.
The changing the title.
I'm a no talent ass clown, and I suck big figurative and metaphorical dick.
Because it's not a newspaper.
Yes, that makes sense, doesn't it? You were confronted for spreading misinformation. But now you're taking a person who is confronting you.
I mean, I love screaming victory or death, but that's only to NPCs in video games, or if we have agreed to friendly, constructive competition. Do I love doing martial arts? Yeah. Do I love running? Yeah. Do I like, but what do I think a victory is? Nothing. What do I like about it? I can train against myself in running and ghost race prior me. If it's martial arts, I get to throw myself against someone else's best, and what shakes out for me is I learn if I am overcome at any point of the way, because it's not a lose, it's the when do you take contact, when is it unplanned, when were you not expecting something. You learn how to refine how you do you through hardening yourself in the crucible of others.
On spreading misinformation.
How many reacts deep is this? Food just reacting to this reacting to this react as these two people talk is on this.
And because of intimidation, you have corrected the content on your channel. Because of that, you are essentially doing the same thing, but the other side. You're no longer just taking it down because of misinformation. You're taking it down because the reasoning is misinformation, but what if lyrics is wrong as well? If lyrics is wrong, then you took down a video because of misinformation, because you got misinformed.
Okay, I'm not trying to bitch because I see it's actually probably a white balance thing and a saturation thing. Why her camera gotta be the hardest one to see, though? All these motherfuckers got pink in their rooms. Only one motherfucker's is hard to see, and it's the one who uploaded it. It's probably not the white balance. It's probably my quality on the video, honestly. Hold up. Blame me. Blame me. Yep, that was me. I set it down to 320 again. Who sucks? Vegcom sucks. Who kicks ass? Literally everyone else.
Lyrics. So the thing is that either way, you want to do enough research yourself to the point where you have put in enough effort to demonstrate that, yeah.
Is she right? So much so, there is a reason that our tiny little doc, we're gonna do our tiny little better audited documents thingy on Unicult. And I'm not even being mean to the cult. I'm being cold and critical, but I'm not being mean. I'm being love every human being, love every earthling, treat them equally, want better social outcomes, treat them like the same the way I treat you. I just see that they're like participant in something that gives us all pause. Hold on.
When I do things well. I do things that can actually be
cited,
traced back to my research.
Good.
And like what I quote and stuff, right?
Bitch does do good study stuff. It's cute. It actually is like, I only call edification cute. That's about the fucking top of it. I will look at any motherfucker and be like, oh, you learned? That's cute. But if you gamify learning, it's double cute, you know?
And it's not just, oh,
I'm good with learning.
Because somebody
That's
told
it.
me to.
It's my line.
I do this because my audience told me to.
Easy.
I do this because, I feel like it, right? It's just, yeah.
Or if you print the headline, it's fucking like that forever. I can go back and rechange the title if I think I need to rechange it. It's just temporary.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, the thing is that Lyrics confronted him for going like, yeah, Sniperwolf fucking copyright struck.
See, an additional thing, though, is to make less declarative statements, right? Like, we can take from reporters of old, it appears as though the literature to this point indicates as such. My understanding of the literature tends to guide me towards, We can lighten up our statements and be a little less direct. Then again, I'm in a privileged place where I'm a one viewer Andy, and I don't have to worry about people being mad at me for not being entertaining enough, because I'll just be like, I don't fucking care, bro. Eat my asshole. Was that entertaining? Because don't literally.
Videos down, right?
No.
But the thing is that if Lyrics turned out to be wrong on that,
okay,
then
let's see what we're missing.
Acheeto kind of takes the fall for it, right? Because he's done something off of Lyrics' word, which is like a double whammy, right, for him.
right? But I'll keep it like that if I end up, you know, agreeing with what you said or whatever. I looked into it and I'm like, okay, wait, actually, I got this so wrong. I'm gonna private it. And I
think you're being disingenuous right now. I think you're being disingenuous.
Why is that?
That's not the way you look at it. You're just using this as an argument right now, saying like, oh, the title's like a newspaper. I could always go back to retract it. Dude, why would you ever even change? Why would you ever?
Why is that wrong?
Hold on. Why would you ever even change the title in the first place without doing?
Well, you have to elaborate. You can't just say hold on. You have to explain yourself.
I'm explaining right now. Why would you change your title live on air saying outdated when you didn't even know it was outdated yet? You just took my word for it.
Because I can change it.
This is the problem. Why even make the initial change though? That doesn't make sense. That's the problem.
Because
I want a snack.
I saw the critical thing and I saw your thing. I'm just like, all right, like I'll just. Well, the initial
That's not
change
enough,
too is because
this is the problem. Why you even made the first video in the first place?
Keep talking over me, bro. I'm about to explain it.
You saw circumstantial evidence and made a conclusion based.
I feel like so much is accelerated by clout chasing and algorithms on the show where you want to say the most extreme thing because it gets rewarded. Sometimes, yeah. YouTube itself, like, disincentivizes it, but the viewer base, I need to point out that, like, the galvanizing stuff doesn't collect a shitload of people. It gets people, but when you're looking at it, like, yeah. Will it get a lot of drive-bys? Yeah. Totally. Will it do anything else? I don't know. But I am aware that YouTube does try to disincentivize it. People try to incentivize it. So we're just looking. But that's the thing, right? Like, if it is disadvantageous to specifically critique other people on the platform for their uses of the platform by YouTube, the company, and the only incentive to do so is the viewer base, like, I don't know. Is it clout chasing? Or is it just surviving with the tools people have?
Off of that. That's
what I mean, because, like, I can go retreat to my job and then come and stream for fun, and I don't know who in this is doing this full time, and this is their hustle, right? So from a point of not understanding what we understand, there's also that, you know? And they're a bunch of fucking young bucks on the come up, killing it. I'm just trying to learn how to do better.
You keep talking over me. I'm not gonna...
With attribution and saying when I fucked up.
The other thing was that I'm not
you
you
saw circumstantial evidence and made a conclusion based off of that. This is the problem.
Talking over me. I'm not going to do this if you keep talking over me, bro. Okay, thank you. So the other thing was that it's low risk too. I would be way less willing to do it if the video wasn't 6 days old and basically already dead, you know? It's like, it's not getting new views anyway, so it's like, not only can I go back and change the title if I want to, but it also doesn't really matter because no one else is seeing it.
See, here's the thing, is maintaining those kinds of upload cadences do make retractions in formal releases of information and disclosure a little bit more hard, you know? I get it. I will not take any moralizing stance on that one right now. I can see it.
What?
Look. You want to see a good release cadence with good citation in it? I'm here, I'm a butthole. Did you know that we are a fan of a investigative reporter who shoves their nose up Congress's nose? That sentence is weird. There, full sources. Here we go. So when we take time to bring this up, it's hard, but there are people who do it. Am I this good at this? No. Am I this focused? No. Do I fuck up? Yes. Background sources, clips sourced. Hi. I'll paste this in chat. It's a good, looking at Azzy for decorum, looking at congressional dish for citation, like for actually good attribution and citation the whole way through. We're not done. Yep. Yeah, it goes deep. So we greatly respect this because it's hard and we get that. But it's also pretty important. Yeah, but this is the other thing, right? Their release schedule is different. Their content is different. There will always be sources. There will always be sources here. So a thing that I do if I need to find something is I might actually like if I need to find something, I might like search it here, for instance, you know? 3 bills for fossil fuels, proxy voting, trade away. Oh, she's been doing this for ages, by the way. This is years back. And if we even go years back, music. Okay, years back is a little weird. Oh wait, full episode and show notes. Dope. Ah, got him. A few years back, still killing it. Recommended congressional episodes that are background sources, which have further sources in case you need them. Jen's highlighted PDF. Boom, lucky to have it. Your tax credits, like, again, different upload schedule or cadence, different type of content. But we know it can be done under some contexts. So what those are, we're still discovering. I'm just gonna keep saying that there are people who take their time and do this. though their cadences differ, right? Again.
Wait. So you only want to make the corrections after it's been propagated to the masses? After the video's like...
This is why I think I would rather put the video in a community post. Like, unlist it, but put it in a community post. And just cards everywhere. Just card after card after card of the amended one. And then an amended video with the community post explaining twice why the other's going down for one and another of why a new one's going up. I don't think anyone knows what right is, but totally. Hold on. This, when we make a post details, so hold on. We have some posts on Uyatubia, right? Let's go to it. It's our channel. Let's go look. The odd side, the community tab. I can make some, yeah, but whatever. Yeah, slower update cadence. Playlist for the top of the hour had breaks. Yeah, petty agitprop for the win. Audio will be salvaged. If you want the whole audio, I'll unlist the other videos. Because it's me, like, deadass. I'm going to unlist these videos that I link you to. And hold up, wait, I'm going to do a better job this time. And so, you know, disclosure along the way. That's how I've been thinking about it. Again, I don't know what's best. I'm a noob. I suck. I have a smaller audience. I could be doing negligent things that keep it small. I don't know. I got no clue. I'll know what the fuck's up. But that's what I do.
Contents and the misinformation that's been spread from it has been propagated to the masses? What? That's crazy. I mean, damage control isn't going so well for it. Not at all. Like, oh my god. Yo, it's actually Jover for this guy, dude. He only cares about change.
It's not just the extra steps, though. Like, right? Like, what did I have to do? I had to watch multiple people go through something. I don't think that I'm right. They've had success and have reason to believe that they're right. So that's another investment we have to take some mindfulness of. Yeah. We don't know what those steps are, though. We don't know what they feel like to this person. I have executive dysfunction that is debilitating at times. I sometimes struggle to edit on time. I don't know what they do or don't do. I just... Like, to just say in a very blasé approach that they could always is one thing, but to look at it as extra steps, we do need to take a moment and say, we don't know how, like, it can be cringeworthy and not deep that they have a lot more shit to do than, like, calculating what to do, making what they feel, and settling on a good decision. We don't know if they run it by 10 people or if it's just themselves or if they have a panic attack when they consider a new fucking change. I don't know their experience, so I'm willing to listen to it to that much, but I don't know if it's extra steps, and I don't know if saying just blatantly extra steps is the disincentivizer is the thing, because it could be 2 steps, but they could be 2 very difficult to decide on ones. We don't know that much. Like...
Or deleting it because he no longer gets like views on it, and he's only willing to do that when
not to scratch my own back.
he gets no more views on it or something. Like, isn't that just saying like, oh yeah, it's after the misinformation has already been spread, then I'm gonna change something about it. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, why are you doing this?
Most of Acheeto's VODs,
I'm way more likely to change the videos.
Because I'd watch them, you know? Like, I'd watch Acheeto's shit. But, like, I don't think I'd watch it if it were over, like, 3 days old, 4 days old, a week old. And I don't think people are going to watch my old videos. Do you think people watch my old videos? Fuck no! They wait for new shit to watch. Do you think they go back and watch the old shit? Nuh-uh. Also, Firewatch is not too shabby. Between Firewatch and Elden, we're mid. I cannot do just one thing. We're fucked. But, like, nah, for real. Like, do you think people go back? Yes, we have done some bullshit. But do you think people go back? Fuck no. People, like, come in where they're at, see if they want to, and that's it. We went from like 1 viewer to 5. That's the TLDR, in case you couldn't see it clearly.
That gets clipped. The worst thing that could possibly happen
is I exist.
Title of something that's old and not getting views than something that is obviously like still considered.
Milus Dexic ass read her name as Food Shop's Topia for a second. Dead ass, I read it that wrong for 2 seconds. That's embarrassing.
Okay, let's go down brass tacks. Why did you
I love
live
that
on here
phrase.
change the title, put a pinned comment, and change the thumbnail?
On the SSniperwolf video because I have you call into my stream, someone in my chat says Larix wants to debate you, and then you go into this, you're saying this is misinformation, I asked you to clarify, you're like, she didn't send the copyright strike, and that is the same as the Moist Critical title that I had seen. So to me, I'm like, okay, that's probably, so this is probably true.
I have no clue.
And I also
Why would you think it's probably true? Why would you ever make an update to your video?
I have no idea.
You can't even confirm.
Dude,
that was wild.
I just asked you to let me finish, bro.
Okay.
I know you're live, but like I get it.
But
I'm
Tone
like,
it down. Let me know when you're finished. I'm sorry.
you're talking about like genuineness. I'm genuinely trying to speak to you on like what I was thinking, and then you're like arguing with me. You know, I'm just trying to get my point across. Okay, and
we're getting to like, we have our chat context, and then we're getting like 1 chats of context here, another one here. Oh, so this is like Miss Shops's one, and then this is theirs? Oh, okay, dope.
I assumed at this point, okay, it's probably.
Oh, what? Oh, you have their chat on the side, and then that's there, and then yours is these are your people. Okay, dope. Why did I try to click close also? Why are you looking at top chat? Go to live chat. You stream on YouTube. Live chat, not top chat.
True, but even if it's not, if I just change the video title, it's not really gonna hurt me that much. And so because the video's not even getting views, so I'm like, all right, you know, whatever. If they're both wrong, then I'll just change the title back. But if they're right, you know, after the stream, I'll look into it further. And if it's really bad, then I'll private the video, and that's exactly what I did.
So you changed the title of your video, you made a pinned comment, and you changed the thumbnail off of information that you didn't even know was correct yet.
A community post apology, delete the original video, then post a retraction video and apology to SSniperwolf. This wasn't hard. Yeah, exactly. If he...
I'm glad I'm getting practice. I feel vindicated. Hey, ya bitch feels vindicated right now. Did I mention ya bitch feels vindicated? Okay, dope. Ya bitch feels vindicated. I salvaged the audio, doot, unlist the others, here are the links. Yeah, no, this is just fucking up audio in a fucking video game. I forgot to mix audio, and then I fixed it. But like, I'm not trying to poke at people for shit. I'm saying very expressly, that's a good point. I feel vindicated because I had a similar. I think I would unlist it, and then card all over the goddamn video the amendment. I would make it obnoxious to look at it without clicking on the cards. They'd be all up in the description, up in the fucking cards on screen. Not in-screen cards, no, fuck that shit. I'd have that shit fucking everywhere. Holy shit. Like you'd see one at the start of the video, I'd have one up in the side, then I'd have them over here and here. I'd have it fucking everywhere.
I'm pretty sure Moist Critical or Charlie posted a retraction video.
Yeah,
because
apologize.
I could just go back and change it afterward.
Okay, so you just said yes. I find that to be a big problem.
That is true. Moisty Boy did actually... He apologized the way I like people to apologize. Let me just have that ready and on our little backy burner.
I've got a huge twist for you today that's going to leave you more stunned than the first time you watched Fight Club. Last night I posted a video going over some more fraudulent strikes, which is becoming a huge issue that's plaguing the entire platform. It's an epidemic sweeping through. The first one was from the Manny Show. It's their second fraudulent strike that they've issued because their feelings get hurt. This one was automatically declined, which no doubt left Manny screaming into a pillow, kicking their feet in the air, wondering why no one likes them. The second strike I covered was one that was not declined. It fully went through, and it came from SSniperwolf. Or was it? Was it all just a ploy from the deep state to have us eating out of the palm of their hands as the New World Illuminati shadow government actually worked behind the scenes to frame SSniperwolf and she wasn't actually involved? Well, maybe not to that scale, but from all the evidence I've seen now, it actually wasn't SSniperwolf who filed that strike. And it's a very complicated mess that highlights a very, very rare problem on YouTube that I very much would like to talk about. But let's go through the entire lore real quick. So, the story's there. So, the copyright strike was filed by an individual who claims to be representing an agency, a collaborative agency, that works with SSniperwolf. So they were successfully able to file the strike based on the information that they are with this agency that represents SSniperwolf, thus they have the right to enforce her copyright. This is a pretty common thing, like I mentioned. There are tons of scumbag vermin that do this, these corporate suits that take this action, and many agencies that make this a core part of their strategy. However, what's definitely not a core part of their strategy is having the agents that are filing these takedown requests and strikes use a fucking personal Gmail account. Group has targeted her channel in the past as well. I also asked if she would be taking any action against them for the impersonation strikes, since it is illegal, and we have already seen a legal case from this with Bungie, as well as YouTube themselves doing this. I mention this all the time. YouTube dunked on a false flagger back in like 2019. They fucking ruined them, annihilated them, it fucking eviscerated them for this kind of dog shit. So I asked if SSniperwolf would be trying to take action. She talks about how they're a foreign company, so it's pretty hard, and she's right. Since it is a foreign entity, her options are kind of limited there. So it's going to really be up to YouTube to solve this issue. Apparently this group has done this multiple times in the past, and now they've just done it again. So it looks like the only option to save the day is going to be sending up the bat signal and hoping YouTube will put on the cape and shut this group down, and maybe they will pursue something legally against them, because this is an issue that is spiraling out of control now. YouTubers abusing the copyright system, we've seen multiple. She wasn't the one that issued the strike. So yeah, big update to this. This must have caused when she didn't do it. She wasn't the one that issued the strike for ASAP, and this needs to be made an example out of on YouTube's end, I feel. So apologies to SSniperwolf, I'm sorry for the big, and this needs to be made an example out of on YouTube's end, I feel.
So here, by the way, third time's a charm. Loud and proud.
So apologies to SSniperwolf, I'm sorry for the big headache that this must have caused when she didn't do. So...
Oh, it's gonna get louder.
Apologies to SSniperwolf, I'm sorry for the big headache that this must have caused when she didn't do it. She wasn't the one that issued the strike. So yeah, big update to this story here, and hopefully a happy ending with YouTube getting that strike taken off of One Giant Onion's channel, as well as preventing that group from doing this kind of shit in the future, and maybe...
Dope.
And I feel like you're just being a little bit disingenuous with me lying on it right now. I don't think it's this whole newspaper argument that you only did it so you can go...
So, point being... What, did you think Bro's other video's gone? No, it's still there, isn't it? But I think he, like, Here, let's go back one. 12 days. Did you? Wait, did you say you deleted it? I'm so pretty broken. Yeah.
I've got a huge...
Not mad at it. Like, honestly, this is why I keep grousing. When you apologize, acknowledge what you did, acknowledge your path forward, acknowledge that you harmed someone. If I say something uncouth and unkind to you, let's make a hypothetical. I apologize that I took off in a fit and punched you in the face. First off, that is never appropriate, and secondly, what I did is deplorable. I need to better regulate myself and not allow myself to have anger lead me. I also don't think it is safe for me to consistently put people in that scenario, so I'm going to work on myself before I put others in it, you know? Hyperbolic example, but...
twist for you today that's going to leave you more stunned than the first time you watched Fight Club.
Pretty much.
Back and change it later. I think that's disingenuous. I don't think that's your actual...
You don't think... I think
the only reason you did it live... I think the only reason you did it live is because you were feeling some kind of like social pressure, and then you changed your title because you didn't want to deal with like any like bullshit or back.
Well, of course I was feeling social.
Is this a song? Under pressure. Do 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 do. Do do do. Hi. There we have it there.
Some kind of like social pressure.
Under pressure.
and then you changed your title because you didn't want to deal with like bullshit or back.
Well, of course I was feeling social pressure. 100%. You're telling me to do something, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do something in the meantime, but then after stream I'll look into it further, then I'll private it. What is disingenuous about that?
So, Acheeto, you should never make any decisions based off of not confirmed.
Wait.
No, Miss Food Shops, you're gonna wait. You looking at only fucking top chat. Wait, what? Click on live chat, not top chat. There'll be discrepancies. I don't see one now, but if there is one, I'll cry. I will sob.
He just doesn't get it. He
I'm
just
a
doesn't
bitch.
get why,
I
like,
fucking
he
cry
has
so
to
hard.
change the change the thing. Yeah.
You don't change it from top chat to live chat. I had to be sarcastic at some point. We were going too long being serious. Serious delirious, more like serious Tiberius, can't do it no more.
He's not getting why it's bad to spread misinformation. I honestly think, and I don't know if Lyrics does this, okay? I honestly think Lyrics should ask him, okay, what's bad about spreading misinformation?
We can control F for that.
Spreading misinformation. There's just no way. That's crazy. That's insane. He doesn't understand the basic rules.
Information.
You said not news,
like
unfortunate misinformation. It's
like you should look into it yourself. Never take my word for it.
Hold on.
Never take.
I did, and that's why I privated it. That's why I privated it.
60 instances.
There was a 3-hour gap from after the stream to when I privated it, which was me doing research.
Looping constantly in circles. They're looping because Acheeto just simply does not understand why misinformation is wrong in of itself, not because it applies to his enemies and doesn't apply to him. Oh, therefore now he doesn't care, right? He needs to understand that it's wrong
succinct.
Because
bitch be succinct.
In of itself, you're reporting lies.
Hi, bitch, hi. Hi, bitch, hi.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Satisfactory for you.
What was the update?
I want to play Satisfactory.
The pinned comment, the different title?
Yeah, I just addressed that point. I'll repeat it again for you. So the 70,000 people who watched that video aren't going to go back and watch a video that they just watched. That makes no sense. So
well, no, but if they've already been misinformed. I heard your point. You don't have to repeat it. You don't have to repeat it. I heard your point.
Well, please address it.
But that's this motherfucker. It's like, do I have to explain how a conversation works? Please address it as I'm addressing it. Okay. It's not that they won't re-watch a video they fully watched. You don't know if the 70,000 people have watched the entire video or 10% of it or 5% of it or whatever.
Well, you said the first 2 minutes. That's not.
Pull it down. Don't pull it down. Like, sorry. If you're debating between deleting and unlisting, I'm gonna err on unlist. And then please don't tell me I accidentally deleted it. Okay, cool. And then community post your unlisting and community post what you did and community post the remediation. This is a standard post-mortem approach. What happened? What are we doing? How do we stop it from happening further? That's an appropriate post-mortem approach that should apply to every aspect of things we fucking touch as people.
Dude, let me fucking strike. I'm gonna leave the call if you interrupt me again, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. It shows up again every time I open YouTube.
And like,
within the first 5 minutes.
I will fuck up. It's a given. I draw breath. I hope you will tell me, or if not you, someone. And I hope that I have the fucking grace to listen. But if I don't, tell me to fucking sleep on it and tell me to clean my shit up. Thank you.
YouTube wants me to watch on the homepage is a video that I've been in the middle of watching. It reappears as an impression. So if they were watching it, watched however much of it, and then go back to YouTube to watch it again, that video shows up, but the title is different, the thumbnail is different. That's the update. Now that doesn't happen because the video is deleted.
You're thinking that the video, the like viewer already watched it, like you're hoping it...
Oop, sorry. Yeah, I know I'm a small channel, so it's a really bad example. Where's one we've changed? We have gone back and changed this, right? Mortuary assistant, grinding, and cats to de-stress. We played this, then we played some mortuary assistant. It says 2 months ago. That's why no one's gonna click. It ain't the fucking thumbnail and the title. It's that the shit's like 2 months ago. Who the fuck is gonna go back 2 months? 2 months ago, my audio was jack fuck bullshit. And 2 months ago, I was fucking going through a weird fucking time. We're a little less shit now. I think I definitely was. I wear the same thing every day like a fucking uniform. Holy shit. I love this bitch. Rilana, Twin Moon, favorite boss. Anyway.
It comes on their homepage, so they hopefully see the retraction.
I'm not playing. That's how YouTube
works. Like, I get it, is my point. The statement that no one will go back to your old fucking video, and that isn't the most efficacious update, I get it. Ain't nobody gonna go back and do this. Like, the only reason I'm considering my amendment in this half-ass appropriate is, okay, please do not wait, no. Make streamer's brain buffer. Didn't I put a streamer fucks up in here? There's a video we did where I shit on myself for oversimplification. I put it in the timestamps where I oversimplified. I put a link to it because I try, even though I fuck up. I still try. Even if I fuck up, I still try. And I fuck up, but I still fucking try. Anyways, I don't have my example. But like, if you're gonna do amendments, I cannot see it surviving being useful beyond this. This video count is never gonna go above what it hit in the first couple days. Ever. And so nobody's gonna... Did you know we made a bingo for this? If they keep popping off, we're ready. We got a bingo. I don't know if there's more stuff. We're bingoed up, by the way, in case you wanna do this and play bingo, plugging other channel stuff for once. Barely do that. Let's go.
No, it's not. That is a very rare case. If I watch a video, if I watch an Acheeto video, and
it was apropos. I said it for an on fucking point reason, and then I just happened. Look at that fucking. Look at that fucking. It was a shameful self promo because I don't like. I hate this bitch. This dude wears some like pretty clashing chains some days with his glasses frames, but it's a. You know, he pulls it together in different ways. That's cool. That's whatever. I do hate this bitch with the vegcom on top of her face. Fuck this motherfucker.
It like appears again in my homepage for my algorithm. That is like a rare case. What are you talking about?
It's a new
even if it wasn't, even if it wasn't a rare case,
and you wanted me to delete it.
Even if it wasn't a rare case,
all positive change.
Even if it wasn't a rare case, why would you even bet on that?
Well, I'm not.
The weird justifications you're making.
Because you want me to, but I'm telling you, if you want.
Wait, did you private the video because I wanted you to?
Food Shop's playing XCOM. Hey, bitch, if you're watching this, is that XCOM 2? I bet that's XCOM 2.
Or out of any integrity and credibility reasons. Which is it?
Exactly. This is the...
Bro, I wonder if... Oh, y'all play Shadowrun? That game's dope. On like, the tabletop's good. The computer one is a good time killer, in particular. Sorry for the tangents. Not sorry.
The searcher was because I just personally told you to. How do you make your decisions, Acheeto?
Well, obviously, I'd seen the critical stream. I'm saying because you told me to, sort of passe, obviously.
What?
But, so yeah, you didn't take it.
He just literally admits it. Why would you do this? Why? This guy's so stupid. Dude, oh my god, dude. Oh.
Okay, I swear to fuck, I don't. There's a weird confluence, right? She sees what I see. I think. Hold on. Context.
Stupid.
I think he does see it. I think he sees it and it's incentivized enough that he'll keep doing it. I feel like he sees it and it's incentivized. That's it. Like, we talked about it earlier. YouTube disincentivizes commentary on other people the best it can. And he's already doing that. I feel like it's just a desire to stick in the game. Like, it's a preservation. I'm not trying to say what it is or isn't, but it's, if I look at it as preservation, it's more easy to give it grace. Because I remember housing insecurity and having to move every year. I don't know what motherfucker's going through, but I know I would scrape and scrap if I had to stay alive. So, I don't know, but, you know.
Dude, oh my god, dude, okay, you know, actual 40 IQ, what the fuck?
You did the research, right?
Well, yeah, obviously I'm being facetious.
Actually 40
it's a little,
IQ.
Condescending, but...
I can't.
Hold on. See? This and this. She's playing XCOM over it now. This said, top chat. Bitch needs to be on live chat. That's my only stance here. Everything else, glad to learn. Motherfucker, stop looking at top chat. Look at live chat. Like what's on screen.
It's simply put that there is a chance, and you were making fun of me for 3%, which is ironic now because you're saying, well, no one does that. Well, they're absolutely.
I'm grousing over the most insignificant thing here for a teeny bit.
and I'll tell you it's more than 3%, of people who would see the video they were watching reappeared as a different impression. So that's positive change. And you're asking me now, like, why didn't you just, like, why changing the title is, why that's not as good as deleting the video. And I'm telling you that changing the title and thumbnail is better because it's enacting some sort of positive change.
So it is not better. Statistically, this is not true. The percentage of your audience who saw the initial video is not going to see it as often in the homepage, hopefully hoping that it comes on your algorithm again, as opposed to if you make a new video or a new community post. The percentages are much different there.
That's
so
true.
Why
I never said that.
So
I
if
never
you
said
spread,
that.
so if you spread
Wait, how is he just conceding on every front? It's just, I can't. It makes no sense. Nothing he says is making sense.
Information about someone, why would he?
I love the desperation in her voice when she's like, it doesn't make sense. Because dead ass, that is me around so many circumstances when I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Can you make it make sense, please? And at some point, I am just like, make it make sense. You know, you have to say it like you're a fucking demigod from a fucking Miyazaki game. Like, get that gravel in there, like Margit. Just be like, tarnished, filthy tarnished.
I never to remedy that to the like
right. I never said that making a new video wouldn't be as effective as changing the title. That's never a point that I made.
Then why'd you get that just?
Okay, maybe I do it wrong. Maybe that's why she's popping off more than me. Is I like my exasperation has a whole different flavor of the year.
Because you wanted me to delete it. That's what you said. Delete it.
It's that. It's definitely that. It's not that I'm not amusing.
So when you say
it's my intonation when I did
that.
that.
People who go back and watch it is like 3% or 5%. There's just no way. It's just
the
like,
argument is that all these new people, or all these people who had probably seen the video, are now being fed.
What's this guy's strategy here? To be as dumb as possible. Okay.
When you make the video, let's say the 70,000 view video,
remove,
has unfortunate misinformation in it. The damage
archive,
is done, right?
Amend.
Now, out of that group of 70,000 people, if you delete it, the damage is just done. That's it, right?
Oh, well, I consider myself a no-talent ass clown, as to set my standard very low, and everything I do, I will just try harder than yesterday. Somehow, or I'll pick a way to gamify stuff, which makes me try harder than yesterday. I like how she also has the download as thing. Swear to fuck we were doing that. I get you.
But I'll tell you this much: the average viewer duration on my videos.
No,
is
oh my gosh, we're preparing a video about Unicult. Do you have any idea how much lost media I have right now? Hi, plug for the channel. If you'd like to see a little video documentary on a current iteration of modern spiritualism manifesting in a cult called Unicult that happened on the internet, leave a timestamp and say hi in the comments. This has gone on more than long enough, and I'm pause champing like a motherfucker.
Somewhere from 50 to 60, 65%, right? So, on average, people watch about 60% or 50% of the video.
Why did you bring up that statistic? I'm curious. Why'd you bring up that point?
Because when they go back to YouTube, YouTube presents them with videos that they've been in the middle of watching oftentimes because it knows they like that content or they've engaged with it. So that's YouTube's best attempt to get them back to watching content. So when I bring that up, it's to say that the change in title or thumbnail would be reappeared to them, and that's not just like 70,000 views, cut the video off, deleted it, the damage is done. It's saying that's 70,000 views, but out of that 70,000, they might re-engage with it.
He's gamifying getting impressions. I'm gonna make an assumptive take. I could be very wrong. It sounds like if that's the case, dude's playing the game of whatever he is doing is to get more impressions on YouTube to directly secure his financial security over amending this in a more efficacious way. Now, hold up. I don't know what's more efficacious, so I can shut the fuck up. Also, I cannot see this person's internal state, so everything I say could be fucking wrong.
Yeah,
I have the right information.
I think this is a ridiculous point to like hope and rely on YouTube to feed them the video.
But if the goal is, I want impressions. Oh, if I change the thumbnail and the title, they'll see something, they won't remember it. I get an impression. I don't know.
Again, as opposed to just like new, like giving out a new video or making a new community post to inform your audience. But I think that we already established that the percentage is the most effective. Then why
you're arguing with something that you don't.
Then why is he defending this point?
Because in your head, I'm bringing this up to argue against making a new video. In my head, I'm bringing this up against deleting or privating.
I hope Acheeto is not reading the fucking chat. I've made the mistake of going on someone else's shit and reading the chat while people are kind to me, and that's the fucking distracting. People will be like, oh, who's that? They seem nice, and blah, blah, blah. And I get caught in the weeds for that shit. I hope Bro's not reading it. Because, again, like, in the classic words of someone wiser than me who said it yesterday, and I can't attribute because I forgot who the fuck said it, and I apologize. Honestly, no, fuck what they said. Even if someone foments misinformation, I still want them to have better outcomes, you know? And I can't look at this and not see the fucking... I'm sorry, hi, everyone who, like, actually makes a job out of YouTube, I respect that you have to go through the machinations of a system that doesn't even disclose how it fucking works, and respect there for what it's fucking worth. So, love you all, hope you're well.
Video.
Okay, I think we've established this. If there's another point you want to bring up, I think we've gone.
Well, what about what I said was wrong?
Yeah.
About what? Do you want to keep?
I totally just waited for I saw her. Like, when I saw her say looping, I was on it. Like, when I saw that she said looping, she was about to fucking rip out all of the bullshit in the middle.
Going circles on this point. I think I made my point clear.
No, because you think I'm arguing against
Control
something I'm
F is a
arguing against.
motherfucker.
Okay, then stop giving justifications for it then. I guess that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, trick. I know. Little thing, little tangent, little sidebar. This is a thing. This is how the... Nah, we'll get to it later. I was going to show you to set the language of the title and the video every time, so you do get auto transcripts. It's very helpful. As you can see, she's doing this. I advocate that everyone does this. Tags out the was. Got it. Who's doing it? This motherfucker's doing it. Oh, you have an editor now? Yo! Good for you! I hate editing myself because I trigger my tics listening to myself.
Fucking God, do not. Hold on, am I going crazy? Because I literally, in what way?
Might actually be crazy.
Just in general. This is, yeah, whatever, man.
By the
I'm
way,
just saying,
it sucks.
I was initially trying to enact positive change by changing the title and thumbnail. In the same way.
In a world where no one knows the right thing to do, by the way. No one knows the one right thing to do. Because there's no right thing to do. There's the best you can do with what you know. So, the more important thing is going to be, how does this person adapt? Now that they've seen this, how do they grow? Because if we lambast them and hold them down for the stuff they did in the past, that is the most refusant to accept the present troglodyte-ass approach in the whole fuckballs world. And it can go fuck itself and go the fuck outside and dig its own fucking hole and go drop a fucking deuce in its own fucking hole and get the trowel to cover up its little poopy hole because no one fucking cares.
That,
yes,
not obviously to the same power that a, what's it called? An update video could do, because I can't do an update video while I'm live, right?
Is there? Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Circles on this point. If there's any other points you want to bring up.
Do you agree with that?
I think we've gone in circles on this point. I think.
I've done an update video on live. I've done the music video after doing the song on live. You can. It is... I'm boring as fuck, so I don't have room to talk. Like, my privilege is that I am a no-talent ass clown and can only grow. They're trying to not fall. So, again, a point of privilege that I have is I can fuck around like that and rapidly iterate and fuck around.
Yo, Matt.
Everything I say, acknowledge my privilege there.
Thank you for the $5. Do you ever loop this hard foods? Yeah, I think I have. I've been in enough debates and conversations and stuff to loop this hard.
Because I've heard it clipped.
Thank you for the $5, Matthew.
Hard foods.
Yes, I do indeed. Thank you. Whoa.
There's XCOM.
Do you agree
That
with
is
it? It's a simple
XCOM.
question.
Nope, that's their logo. That's the XCOM logo. Ah,
Loop this hard.
bring
Yes.
it back.
Thank you for the $5, Matthew.
Bitch.
Hard foods.
Ah,
Yes.
B-word.
I do indeed. Thank you.
that is XCOM. Don't you fuck with me. I know that game. That shit's XCOM. God damn it, that game's pretty. I do like XCOM.
Do you agree with
It's
it?
my
That's a simple
vibe.
question.
I love
Yes or
it.
no? Do you agree with it?
I appreciate that.
Do you think I'm dodging what you're saying right now? I'm just trying to progress this conversation.
I'm asking you if you agree with it.
Okay.
I can't pick. Do I like XCOM or Shadowrun more? I think Shadowrun definitely. I don't know. Like, the XCOM is okay. The lore is what I fall off on. The mechanics are great. I just don't get as invested. That's it. It's not them. It's a me thing. Like, I want to be a Shadowrunner. Sorry. I like your game. Well made, well executed. fucking outstanding. I just have a fantasy time preference to being a shadow runner. That's all. That's it.
If you keep on doing this, ask it again. What do you want me to address?
maybe his answer will change.
Move on because you won't answer the question. That's okay.
Well, you can ask it again. I just thought for the sake of like this conversation, we weren't going anywhere. We're just running into a wall. So.
Whatever.
Hey man. I guess any other points?
It's
problems
your
you've had
credibility. It's your credibility.
Doing this coverage on you.
Well, it's too 2024 to not say this. Thank you for the platform you allow me to have. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I know we're not entitled to shit, not the breath we draw or the days we see, so I am grateful for them. Thank you immensely.
Oh my god.
No, nothing beyond what was said. I mean,
I can be cringe all I want. I speak from my cringe-ass heart. If that is cringe.
Obviously,
it's probably...
none of this is too...
It's probably like, haha, cringe, like Urban Rescue Ranch. But like, in the event that it's like, ew, grody cringe, I told you all that I care equally, no one more or less. Okay. Tell me then.
None of the arguments that are currently taking place absolve me of the initial mistake that I made, which is unfortunate and...
Valid, but...
Yeah, it's
but I bet you learned.
Something that I intend to do, and yeah, that's really about it. Is I made a mistake.
That's it.
I tried to remedy it. You didn't like the way I remedied it, and we've like argued about whatever since then, and it's
talked about it, not just argued.
We'll walk in. we'll go
Don't say argued, say talks.
But that's it.
We stand on business.
It's the Acheeto conversation. That's what we do it.
So, little takeaway before we hear foods. Being able to say, I fucked up, here's what I'm gonna do. Was it the most verbose, I fucked up, here's what I'm gonna do? No. But everyone's growing differently. Everyone's growing at their own fucking rate. We don't know where they are in their life, and we can hope that they'll continue to grow beautifully, because we all should. Alright, let's hear foods tear them down.
Oh, man. It's Jover, dude. It's actually just Jover.
Spondow's DMing.
After 2026 or so, do you think Jover will fall out of our lexicon as like people because of relevance, or probably not? I don't know. It'll be around for a minute. I'm gonna keep saying awesome flotsam.
So he wouldn't have a problem with me reading these out.
That's...
I'm not going Snaggle. Snaggle's actually like just an annoying person. He's just gonna call it with a retarded voice. You lost. I'll pass on that one. Thanks though for the call.
Okay.
Spondo DM'd me this saying, the whole problem with Def Noodles early on was his constant posting of misinformation and refusing to correct the record properly when presented. How is what he's doing any different? And so this is him like critiquing Def Noodles, checking in on the worst news channel, the Def Noodles rants. So yeah, I mean I think it's just like abundantly clear. It's hard to take this guy seriously when it comes to if he like calls someone else out for.
His career is done. Okay. There's.
The only thing I'm calling bullshit on is it being done. Like, I swear to fuck, I don't think this peels back his audience away in the career-ending way, and I could be wrong. My stipulation is you're just going to find him more of a core and committed audience. That's my stipulation. I could be fucking wrong. I'm on the outside looking in.
There's no more to look at, okay? There's nothing else to consider. He is done, okay? This is what we call a career being done, all right? There's nothing he can do to fix his career. This is it. Yeah. I mean, like...
Actually, he can. And I'm not trying to, like... If we look at other people's engagement around such similar things, deadass, and I'm not suggesting this is an appropriate response. Ignoring things has a desired outcome, but I don't think it brings the proper social support we need for each other, right? Like, ignoring it seems to work for people in the current zeitgeist. Great. Not great, also. I think it's more appropriate to do what he's trying to get at, I think. Don't do it again. Learn, listen, do better. Also, my only gripe, I think the word argument is too charged. I think discussion, but that's the most bitchy shit that I think I've pulled out with, so we'll see. Hi, YouTube, if I said something bitchy before that, Timestamp it if you want to and talk shit. Tell me I was bitchy this timestamp and watch it a second time. Boost my engagement. Be like, this is your fucked up timestamp. This is your fucked up timestamp. Fuck you. We're probably gonna be SOD. Anyways, I will fix this in like 10 years.
Actually, I am a little bit
Lovely
curious.
YouTube people. Tell me where my fuck ups were. Work with me. We'll work on it together. Thank you.
He's just gonna come.
Also, our little question for today is how do I learn to do better when I need to disclose updates? Let me know what you think. Pop it in the comments. Timestamp that shit.
Call it with a retarded voice. You lost. You know, I'll pass on that. Thanks though for the call.
Okay.
Spondo DM'd me this saying, the whole problem with Def Noodles early on was his constant posting of misinformation and refusing to correct the record properly when presented. How is what he's doing any different? And so this is him like critiquing Def Noodles, checking in on the worst news channel.
I'd let Sniperwolf call in, but I want fucking, I want animal crackers and the most baggy fucking merch, fucking baggy sweatpants she can hook me up with. I want animal crackers and some baggy pants. I don't need it. I'm not gonna extort it out of anybody. If anyone legit rolls up and just does the redeem to call in, maybe, as long as it's depending on the day. But yeah, I'm just, again, I'm shilling for animal crackers and comfy pants. That's it. I'm here for it. Animal crackers and comfy pants. Please give me, please, please, please. Animal crackers, bar none animal crackers, comfy pants. Baggy ass pants. I want like a tight drawstring, but I want some fucking long ass, baggy ass motherfucking pants, you know? Gimme.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's just like abundantly clear. It's hard to take this guy seriously when it comes to if he like calls someone else out for.
His career is done, okay? There's no more to look at, okay? There's nothing else to consider. He is done, okay? This is what we call a career being done, all right? There's nothing you can do to fix his career. This is it. Yeah. I mean, like, what else can you do? It's like it's crazy.
This woman, this woman,
you are fucking ridiculous.